And I have to go and get my notes for this because I actually have some notes here. So I should be right back after having done so. Yes, right. So I have the notes right here. They were not that extensive, really, but the thing was that of course the fires have reaped some buildings at this time. In 2146, yes, in February here, apparently February. It ought to be about here somewhere then. Yes, on the 21st. How the hell have you written this? I think I have written some random numbers after the 21st for some reason. That is now a bit confusing. We shall see. Fire extinguished. Fire not on the close enough. Here it is. What is it? It's a heating pumping station in Molcha. Right. Where is that then? That's the thing, connecting the thing with the thing. Yes, connecting the heating plant of Katzincha to railroad construction office and fire station and things down there. Indeed, that's what that was. And then, but I mean, this could be pondered upon. Yes, we're going to have the game paused because this is not. We're going to figure out what's going on here first of all. The only thing, it's very silent though when you have it paused. Yes, at least until you let it go. Then it makes a lot of static noise when you have it paused too. Anyway, one could ponder, why wasn't this rescued? This. I mean, here, fire station, firefighters. Okay, only 4, but really, there weren't any firefighters there for such an amount of time that you couldn't save it. I don't know. We shall decrease the amount of workers here slightly to get some more to go in there. And here, what can we see here if not a snowplow that seems to be stuck, and a fire truck that also seems to be stuck. Don't tell me that, you stupid idiot, you took this route for some reason and got stuck behind the snowplow. No, unpause. I didn't do anything. Yes, it really is stuck there. And you might well have been, but why would you take that route? That is an insanely stupid route to take. Because you're from here, aren't you? Yes, Sarnakova fire station too. This might have been an unrelated fire. I don't know. But anyway, go home, both of you. Yes, and then on the 29th of August of 2145, apparently there was a fire as well, so something was reaped as well here by the fire flames. 2145, you say? August, April, May, what? That was not a very fiery year. 29th, so you need to go one more that way. Got to be, there we go. Asphalt plant in Beatus. Okay. Okay, yes, that was the asphalt plant of Beatus. It had stood there for many, many, many years. It would appear that more stuff has burnt down here. Or is this? This doesn't look good. Do we not have proper fire protection for this area? Really? We should have a fire station here. All right then. Well, yeah, you should cover that easily. But yes, probably some traffic situation or something made it so that you couldn't get there. Perhaps, I don't know. We have also lost a fire truck, I believe. I usually equip them with 3. Yeah. Was there a vehicle lost in the fire? Yes, 1 vehicle was lost. 1 death. But that... What the hell? Then there can't have been any firefighters in this fire station then. If the fire engine made it to the asphalt plant and it still burnt down, or... maybe it made it there too late. So it was out of control and they should have sent more than 1 fire engine, maybe. Don't know. It must have been because this place, as long as Hans Asino is not dead. Well, Hans Asino is apparently not doing so great. It might be one of the towns that we're losing people in. It is indeed one of the towns. Oh, clothing. Okay, clothing, you say. Is it even noticeable on... I don't know if it is noticeable on the population study, for the entire demographic situation, but it is certainly noticeable here. That means that the clothing train probably is broken somewhere. Or not broken, but stuck somewhere. That might be one thing. Well, here, oh yes, these are also helping. Unless they be, no, you're not out plowing. It's October, these things, they do get a bit on my nerves, I have to say. These vehicles being stuck in each other all the goddamn time. So that was the fires. I'm not sure I can explain. Yeah, because yes, Hans Asino may well be low on people now, but that was over a year ago. And then it was not low on people. And then it was sprawling with people. So what still happened? I don't know, but there seems to be more stuff that has burnt down here. So this seems to be a weak spot in the fire protection system, and I think that we could quite easily mend that, or amend the fire protection. Could mend the fire protection brokenness by amending it with yet another fire station. If I really should be able to find this quicker by now. Yes, but I'm also trying to talk in a complicated way in a foreign language. And whilst looking for things and trying to get this thing to do approximately what it is that we want it to do. Yes. What do you think about that then? Maybe something like that. We shall see if the fire station will go in now. Yes, it will. Very nice. And we shall even have, yes, footpath connection there so people can walk to work. Very good. And also you are going to get street lighting here in the year 2146. Yes, we are finally paving the last bit here. Can we pave this bit? Not at the same time now. I'm still polishing. But what we should do is clothing train. Yes, unless we equip that with fire engine, it's not going to do a whole lot of good. That's a little bit of polish, yes. Right then. Okay. What do we have here? I mean, this looks... this doesn't look quite right. What happens if we let it run? How many of these are stuck in here permanently and so on? Or not? None? It isn't that you have managed to... No. Figured if a bus stop had burnt down or something, but... No, they're moving. Okay, it might not have looked right, but it was working. But there are absolutely no engineers nor workers. And if Hans Asino is doing bad, then we can be sure that Sayov is actually not doing as bad for some reason. Not yet, anyway. They don't have any clothes at the shop though, so they will soon catch up to, yes, the rags is what they're walking around in. Should we go and find that clothing train and see what it's up to? It's probably doing no kilometers per hour. Wouldn't you know it? What else then? What more? What have you gotten yourself into here? Well, it wouldn't happen to be the... Goddamn, this thing is apparently not fixed. And you're angry with the train ahead of you. Yes, but you were not really allowed to go in there now, were you? What the hell? No. You're not allowed. That's on you, not on him. Okay? But this obviously has the problem again. Why the hell won't this roundabout work? Should we not think that will do? Will we signal this as a completely safe roundabout? Or try and re-signal this as a completely safe roundabout? That is, the whole roundabout is one block. Who is not moving? Or rather, who? I would suppose it was you that we needed to get going, and then, yes, if we unpause the game. that helps too. Yes, great. And even a little bit of this to get this out of here, get them all out of here. It's what I needed to be empty whilst doing this. Securing the roundabout. That's nuclear fuel. Or waste, maybe. This is waste. Yes, it is waste. For how long has it been standing? We need to find this out. Has it been standing here long enough to cause a radiation build-up? This is for science and such. I'm looking for the thing. Environmental pollution monitoring station. Whatever the hell it's called. I mean, sort. It's not that hard to ask a computer to sort a list of things for you in alphabetical order, for example. What the hell? I probably touched on it plenty of times by now. Construction, sport, parking, car deal, hospital, school, heating exchange, platform station, kindergarten. What the? No? I don't have one in range. Maybe. No. Of course not. It wasn't all map, It was just... never mind. Really, never mind. You have spent an eternity now looking for the thing. And the dosimeter, if you can just get the whole of one dosimeter, it works all over the map. Yes, then you know what we do? We go back to the train here, and then we use a little bit of a more efficient method to get a hold of a thing like that, and that would be to do it this way. And here we should have an environmental pollution monitoring station. Yes, anyone will do. Where were you standing? Oh, it hasn't been going on that long, maybe. No, you can't have been standing much further away than somewhere around there. Okay, we're fine. Carry on and so on. Yes, signal, safe, securing the roundabout. This might also might be possible to secure with chain signals and things here internal to the roundabout, but it takes on average, I think, about 10 years for a situation to crop up here, or it took, according to the signaling scheme that was in up until just a moment ago. For now, we want you to move on through here, please, a bit. All of you, preferably. Which is... There are a few of you. I have to say. You all seem to have gathered up here at this very spot. And is that all of the problems, you think? Well, we can look, we need to get them out of here in any case, yes. If we do all map, all the towns. 20,000 sounds a bit low, but this seems to be the culture capital. Also, a bit low on the clothing thing there. So this would have escalated into a complete death of everything, either directly or indirectly caused by the clothing thing. And it will take some time for the clothing train to make its way around all the place and to get to catch up on it. But now we are caught up on all the trains here. Great. Fantastic. Then what we'll do is we'll do this in a whole lot more straightforward and simple way. Yes. All of you be gone. Yes, we will lose efficiency. We will gain security. Now, I don't know about the path signals here. It should allow this. Actually, the path signals with the roundabout, shouldn't they make it so that it works as good as it can under these conditions? As if then a train is coming in here, it is heading, say it's heading out there, and meanwhile a train is here. Then, and that is heading that way. That ought to be grey or white or whatever, blinking red is what it does. It ought to be. And then you might be able to go through there. But if you are wanting to go this way, then you should not be let through, I don't think. No, that should be good. And so on. That's the principle. Yes, if a train is coming in here, it can go, and wants to go the worst case scenario, it wants to go there, say, or it wants to do a U-turn. Yes, that's quite common. The trains come in from, yes, they go off here. Like maybe no. But they take this exit off the roundabout. Yes. Go to the fueling station and then either carry on their merry way, but then they're not our problem. But they might also feel the need to continue their journey here. Then they head this way onto the roundabout again, and there. Why did you want to? Because yes, we were a train anywhere here, and I think that this will work. Yes. Okay. Yeah, we still have this. This is a mystery why this burnt down. To me. But did we lose? Wait a minute. Did we lose any fire engines and or workers, people in it? No, we did not. So the fire truck didn't make it. Or something. Yes, but why not head left? Like so. Instead you went this way. No, you went this way. Yes, and then you went there, and then you figured, I'll take this road or something. I don't know what you were thinking, actually, but that. Why would you? This is paved and everything. No, that's some sort of fluke or something. And I mean, it is your own heating too. You're sort of dependent on this stuff to not freeze to death whilst waiting for the next fire to break out. Yes, that is what's going on. So it's pretty much in your interest to keep this stuff working, small heating pumping station. No. Heating pumping station. Yes. Like so. like so. Wonderful, lovely, and so on. Beautiful, almost one could say, or not. But it is something. There we go. Yes. There we go, indeed. You should be fine. You should have electricity and everything. One thing that one could ponder here a bit is, since there is so much heat lost in a pumping station, what happens if you take 2 pipes to the first pumping station in the chain line thing? I don't know, but I want to try and see what happens. If I want to squeeze, in over and such, but no, doesn't want to, apparently. Yes, it would, if we take it up ridiculously tall. But then we'll take it down a little bit again. Why did you want to do that? Because... Okay. I wonder just how much actually... leeway we have on this. No, I don't want you to snap to that thing. Stop it. Stop it. No. You have... God damn it. I want you to be close to it. And if you end up too long, I'm going to be a little bit sad. You weren't too long. Fantastic. 103 tons of steel, 12 tons of mechanical components. Didn't look at the money, but it's not too late. 15,773,416,448 or $10,978,055,168 rubles. Yes, it's a goddamn steal. That's what it is, and that is. This, yeah, they are large numbers, certainly. Okay, so we rebuilt that, which should not have needed rebuilding, but now it is rebuilt. And we have built another fire station. Yes, that's also to do something about the fire situation. In other news, I think that everything is all right here in the Soviet Republic. Or in TBD. Or whatever it is. Yes, it is still TBD. Of course it is. We should we maybe go and tend to the clothing thing, just to check up on it and see that it's doing its thing. Hansasino, if that runs out of people, that's no good. They work at the power plant, sort of, kind of. Yes, important. What is good though is that the train has been out for so long that the next time it comes in, it won't have to wait around to be full. I suppose that's something, at least. Yes. But where are you? You're not it, you're too long. Yes, you're doing crops. Speaking of 40... Wow, okay, yeah. Was that last agro farm, wherever it was this one or something that burned down? That was the difference between, just being precisely on the edge and having a great surplus in the slightly longer run. Yes. But this I thought was pretty. Yes, it's working. What can you say? It's working. It is an auto importer when needed. If things should go that way, we will not run out of crops. It is the most important resource of all. After all, yes, and in about 10 minutes here it will start snowing. I predict, unless I change the speed around or pause or something, but roughly 10 minutes. Yes, it's been a long time. It was that all really? I don't think so. I think that there's lots more to this than just this. These things that are burnt down and the clothing train, isn't it? Or is it just the clothing? But you see, when we look at, if we look at this, it doesn't look that bad. But Chemisterna here, for example, 7,200 people only now. They should be over 10,000. This is no good. They have been without for a while. Yes. The only thing we can do is wait for the train to make its thing and to get. Yes, yes, this is how we find the train. The train goes in either here, yes. New clothing train, where are you? 109 tons on board you have, okay. One thing we could do is send you actually to, you know, it could be... you need to do the whole thing, and it's just the way it is. We just have to wait. And we're going to lose a few people in the process. Question is which towns will need to be repopulated and which will survive to such an extent that they will not die off. Hansasino is not looking great. Happiness is the overall happiness is pretty good, but it is when it is with the clothing, it's I don't know. I suppose they finally get sick of it or something, or some. Maybe it depends on when they last bought clothes and so on. I don't know how much they usually wear, both wear and wear. How much wear they put on clothing here. Oh, how should I know that? I cannot. Anyway, but yes, all of the time. Mormorsk is not doing bad, however. Mormorsk is doing fantastic. 20 adults living with their parents, even. We've gotten up to now. Fantastic. Chemisterna is doing poor. Polochevo is doing fantastic. It's great to see Polochevo doing so good. Could we actually move people out of Polochevo? Should we have to? That has not happened in a long time. Alvaret. You're also doing really good. That's because you're right next to the clothing industry. And you have a truck that goes like a little round of 3 kilometers maybe to supply all of you. Södersjön, we don't have a city hall accounting office. We should get one. Katzinchad. You're still good. So far, that's good. Molna, you're also still good. Hello, train, you're very loud. Then you went completely silent. For some reason, or didn't you? No. Yes, you did. Weird. No, it's not weird. There's a bridge involved. That's why. And so on. Riches, you're also doing good with the clothing. Okay, well maybe we should be sending the train to the specific destinations then, where it is most urgently needed. You're going to Chemisterna now. That is where it is most urgently needed, I'd say. And then culture capital is quite important too, and they are not doing great at all. They are doing terrible. They're still hanging on by a thread or two, but we should get some. Yes, hello game. Yes, this is very complicated now. I can hear that you're struggling. Yes, but you will have to do your best as well as I do, as we all try and do our best. Whether it is rewarded or not, we shall always try and endeavor and strive. Yes, for doing our best. De saliga is always doing fantastic. What else? Yes, 40 adult children. It doesn't sound like a lot, but for de saliga, I think it is quite good. Good. Well, yeah, it's a sort of a measurement of how well the town is doing. No. Because if we have adults living with the parents, they're all happy. Is what that means basically. And they don't leave until they turn 30. And we're not going to expand the population any further. We seem to have a maximum capacity of about 106,000 people or so for the moment. So that's what we shall continue to have. And after this, you're going to Sarnakova, where they still already have closed all of these places. But Katzincha warehouse, it's Brospin, they have how are they doing? They also have 70 tons. Yes, that will be enough for them. And then Culture Capital is all the way down there. No, you should not waste time going through all these other places. You should go directly to Culture Capital. Once you've been to Kemisterna here. Which is pretty soon. We're coming up on it. As we're doing the crazy thing, we're taking left and going into... This is a crazy shunting area here. That is not easily understandable or explained, but it does work. Yes, a long time ago that we had problems here. This has been a problem site though. Yes, that particular bit, but not in a long time. No. It's very safe now. Very good, very stable, and all sorts of good stuff. How much clothing do you still? Okay, you still, because we aren't. If we would like to head into this, no, you need to get to Culture Capital. 65 tons, that's enough for the entire nation for quite some time. I was thinking if we should go and restock or something, but no. You go to Culture Capital and after that I think that Södra Sjön, 365 tons. Damn it, that's 80 tons. Yes, it is a problem. At some places they have pretty large buffers. Yes, this is where we make it. Pretty large buffers, and at some places not so much. Molna is doing great. As far as clothing in stock goes, did I even see Molna on the list here? Yes, I did. 4.3 thousand. That's pretty good for Molna. Yes, very good. Since it is a bit of a crazy shunting area nowadays, they can take be a little while to wait to get in there, but eventually you get to go. And you have apparently elected to go. Yeah, you see that you could have taken right there, but it's much further. Yes, much better to try and make your way through this. This is interesting. If it will do a left here, here, yes, with this next switch here, if it will, no, you should have gone right on the right track of this one. Yes, you should have gone. I have built a wonderful, magnificent bypass route here for you, or for circumstances like this, for traffic like this. Now, do you need fuel maybe or something? Could that be? No. But we are going by a fuel station. So, do we have opportunistic refueling algorithm in work or not? Yes, that road ends rather suspiciously, but no, it's not. It just is that way. Nothing has burnt down. Now it's been 10 minutes since I said it would snow. No, No, there is no opportunistic refueling because you passed right by a train diesel station there. Yes, we're passing by it now, and we're not taking advantage. But yes, why? I think that we can already add. This is not one of my pet peeves at all, but it is many people's peeves, though. And I think that you can set. Yes, you can set the train to load. We can set this train to go there and load. And why not just let that be the effect of refueling the train? Is it really so goddamn difficult to do? I mean, if you want to do commuter lines, that's the way you have to do it if you want to do diesel passenger traffic. And it's not only the way you have to do it, it's the way you do it. It's refueling, you know how much fuel it uses. Pretty predictable. So you put that in a schedule somewhere. Or you adapt the schedule to, yes, it is included and so on. We could have that. Although it might be a bit ridiculous because the way you'd have to set it up here in the Soviet Republic, I think would be that you would have to set it, say you have a commuter line with three stops or 4, 5, whatever. Yes, because say the thing we have out there, but you will go to Culture Capital now. Yes, the thing we have out here. What the hell was I on about? I don't know. We're going to Culture Capital with this train. In the snow. Yes. Oh yeah, commuting line. Yes. Here we have there's Mormorsk, and here's lots of fields, and we have a electric train. This done. Say if this was a diesel train and we could add a fuel stop, then it would go maybe refuel out here or there, before on the queue, because then it gets in queue and to pick people up here, basically. That's how you do it. So okay, for such a long commuter line, it would still have quite a lot of fuel left, I suppose, once it gets to the place, but Anyway, if you have had a more reasonable commuter line that is not so long and only leads to enormous fields where lovely labor in the beautiful weather awaits, and I'm not being ironic, these people have the best life in the realm. It is not a gulag, this out here. Yes, you get to work outside in the lovely weather. It is quite hard labor, yes, but it is also very rewarding labor, because you make food, and that's all you do, because then you don't have to do anything for the rest of the year. It's only in spring and autumn, so it's like the olden days, except only a little bit of it. Yes. The Palace of Soviets is what would you call it? It's den runkar förbi, gör den faktiskt. But what would you call it? It's chopping by, but it doesn't. It is not fluid. It is unfluid. It's something burnt down. A heat exchanger in Soviet. Yes. Let's go. Why does this keep happening? Okay, the temperature in the building is too low and they don't have any fire trucks for some reason. They have all burnt down, and why don't we get any workers out here anymore? Because there are too few people living in the culture capital right now to get workers out here. Yes, and no wonder the temperature in the building is too low, because the goddamn heat exchanger just burnt down. It was not too low before. It's just that you don't have any fire engines. And you can go on with this forever. This game does not have a limit to. I mean, as long as you can stand the frame rate issues, and I think it is actually worse for me than it is for the what is it, the presumed beholder or receiver of this here thing, because looking at it is not that bad because you notice the latency really, but interacting with it is you notice the latency with heating plant. But that's why you can do this, and then there's a lot less latency. Heat exchange, or you could just get on with it when placing out down heat exchanger down and stop babbling about what whatever the hell it was that you was babbling on about. There we go. Yes, and that built eventually. There is no rush here because I don't think that I would be allowed to play Rush, unfortunately here. That would be great though. Yes, you could have a red Barchetta and ride a red. We need to get. I suppose we need to get then at least a convertible for it to be. It can be appropriate enough. If it's a red Mercedes, for example. One could imagine, but I'm not even going to try because I don't think so. Or I don't know. So we're going in blue scarf instead. No one is riding this trolley bus here. Why don't you want to ride the trolley bus? 55% rating for the radio station doesn't get it much better than that, you know. You can't get it much better. The television station, you can get better than this. This is bad, yes. Over 85 is absolute bare minimum to be acceptable. This is not acceptable. Preferably, you know, high 80s and even better, stable above 90%. But no. Suppose you're less productive because your clothing is so bad, poor. And I mean, imagine if people on the television would be, you know, sitting around in rags. What sort of? But then again, they ought to have. I mean, it's a pretty big facility. This rather. They ought to have, you know, wardrobe somewhere where they have something to put on. There's a staircase here leading down. Staircase is more like a slide. Yes, we have it as a slide. Now in winter we can go on a toboggan, is it called? Down here, kälke or something, or on a plastic bag maybe or something. Could work too. Great fun until you hit the here completely bare asphalt, which has a lot more friction to it than this snow-covered whatever it is, usually asphalt, where you pretty much make a dead stop. And if the plastic bag was your toboggan, then you might be a little bit rough there on the things. Yes. Why does that? Yes, that burned down because there's simply not enough people here. I don't think that make it out. No, it burned down because there are no fire engines at this fire station for some forsaken reason. I don't know what the problem is here. But this place, does this have fire? Yes. This has lots of firefighters and this has workers too. Fantastic. Maybe we just need to get some fire engines out there. Have you been to Culture Capital yet? Here, that is. We're actually at Culture Capital. Was it necessary for you to go to... Yes, it was. No, it wasn't. They had like a ridiculous amount of clothing. Did they not? Yes, 365 tons. Oh, you don't need to go there. You. No. Just in case there are any other, what would you call it, catastrophes lurking regarding the clothing situation, we can send it to the warehouse, which is not what I did, I don't think. Yes, I did. Ah, there you had to think about the fueling bit, didn't you? Now, where will I go and refuel? Ideally, you might go to Oskarshamn, but that's not what you're going to do, is it? No. You're going to try and make your way in here, aren't you? Here, somehow. We shall see where it takes us. That snowplow was really daring to go through right at that moment when the train was. But he made it. As these pylons and the wiggliness and everything, that seems to be extra not good for performance, maybe. But it's pretty cool that we're going straight through them. Well, every now and then we get a little bit, scuffed and such, but it's doing pretty all right. And only touching one wire at a time and not ground, so we're fine. Yes, only a little bit rough around the edges there from the various girders and such. Okay, so this is where you went to refuel. Now that's very close by. The problem is to get out of here. It's not very close by to your next stop. Oh. You didn't think that far ahead now, did you? You just thought, I need fuel now. Where's the closest thing? Oh, it's there. oh crap, there is no way to turn around. What do I do now? I have to go a silly long way and look a little bit ashamed while doing it, and maybe refueling again out here whilst I'm at the train diesel station, which has burnt down apparently. I really should not be that surprised about that, because that really should not come as a surprise. How the hell did you imagine that any firefighter is going to make it out there? That's not going to happen. No. But they seem to manage. Yes, they manage via the thing that we were just at. That's what they do. I would think that the snowplows are stuck somewhere, because the roads do not look very plowed here outside the technical services, which doesn't have any vehicles whatsoever. Okay. No, because that's the distribution office. That's fine. That is fine. You are doing 150. Very good. And this Hansasino fire station, you haven't gotten started yet. What the hell? What? Haven't you finished the road yet? No, you haven't finished the road yet, because that's right, the asphalt plant. It burnt down, is what it did. Yes. I don't suppose you need asphalt to build an asphalt plant then, because that would be impossible, because you cannot import asphalt, at least not except for auto purchasing. Yes. Asphalt plant. Yes, I'm going to pay for the road, but we still need the asphalt plant here. especially yes, we were supposed to be upgrading a road in there. Yes, and these are never fiddly to replace. With conveyors and roads and so on. And now there's a power line there which might not have been in there before. Come on. I'm going to cut your power off then, if you're going to be that way about it. Oh. I'm going to cut. Yes, it is your power I'm going to cut. These seem to be doing a whole lot of good here, must say. Yes. Very nice. It was apparently possible to get out. Oh, would you know it? Asphalt plant, rebuild, remove, medium. What is this crappy wire? It's for this place. Should we can be without this. Are you sure about that? Really sure about that now? Do we need more electricity than this? No. This is fine. We can have it as is. We just need to remove it a bit whilst rebuilding the asphalt plant. Yes, which is in construction. Yes, it's been a while. These, sort of, I think you could call them starting or basic industries. Yes. They are sort of what you need to build everything else. As we could clearly see there from the road not having been built. Yes, we could wait around, or we could pay $800 million for 30 meters of gravel road. You have to remove a few digits here or something. Yes, the way to do that is to restart, and that is not yet what's going to happen quite yet. Start over, you know what I mean. Done it enough times by now. Too many times maybe. Yes, we should abandon this place. Or something. How were you supposed to do? We can do it completely unnecessarily stupid. We have so much steel that why not? There you go. Very nice. Yes. Did you? Oh, very good. Lots of construction officers working. Oh, and then we really want this. I think it might be placebo, but I have the feeling that it does rather much increase the efficiency of the constructions at the sacrifice of maybe a little bit of game performance and stability. That's the gravel footballs you managed to build. So yes, we would have managed to build that bit of road too. And nope. Now we have a bit of an interesting thing I think will happen here, because vehicles will try and come and build this pipe, and there's a tanker in the way, and that tanker is not going anywhere until it has gotten rid of 2.5 tons of bitumen, which will not happen until the thing is done here, which will not happen until bitumen has started flowing here and into there. So we're going to have to send you away eventually. Unless they do it from the other way, but no, they should be... Yes, quite a few buildings with this vehicle in its route plan. Yes. Indeed. Yeah, these snowplows. Should we could do a tour of the hospitals. Yes, but before we do that, we should remember. Yes, I already closed it down. Fire station here. And especially this road. Buy it. That's 20 billion or 10 billion. Okay, so only half. Well, in rubles it would actually be a bit of... couldn't splurge completely on the rubles. But I could always, go and... I think I can do really silly things, I think. Like, say I wanted to increase my ruble account. No, I can't buy anything here that is expensive enough. But pretty sure I can buy something at the road vehicles depot that is expensive enough. If I wanted some rubles. Yes, pretty much everything. Everything larger than a car is... This one is not. This one actually still costs money. These two. Right. The microbuses. Yes. Anything larger than a microbus then. Yes, that's always a way to add to the ruble account, I suppose. But I don't feel the need. This is just a ridiculous amount at this point. And it just gets... it just escalates, It's a complete snowball going on. And it's the only thing is this. It's the only trade we do. And this time apparently you're at this point you're worth 533 trillion rubles. Or, god damn it, what is... Because you will be worth over 1,000 trillions. What is that? Well... Biljard, vad fan heter det på engelska? What's that called in English? Billiard. That's a different thing too. It's called snooker or pool. Pool is called, but that's a different thing. The trillion. Quadrillion, of course. God damn it. Sometimes it's just stand still. But it deviates so much from my native in that particular... yes, anywho. What does this even make sense? No, I'm talking rubbish, aren't I? No. This ship is currently worth 813 trillion to 400, 600 something million, some thousand, and so on, dollars. Yes. Yes, it is. So it can add, yes, it is the cost of one single thing that is limited to a 32-bit integer, signed integer. Yes. What do we do with you? We have another Baltic tank, another one. Are you sure that this really is another one, or is it? Didn't I send you to? No. Aha, here you are. Yes, more diesel storage on the water. We can have it alongside with the nuclear fuel. They are quite related. Especially if this one catches fire, then there's lots of excitement to be had. Found whilst browsing around in the media Soviet directory that there are engine sounds for ships in there, but so the sound effects are there, but the code is not. enabled for some reason. Maybe it didn't work or sound good enough, I don't know. But supposedly some external company, so yes, 8.3, please come along so we can build an aeroplane. Yes, where should we put an airport? And why? Well, de saliga should definitely get the airport, or an airport, and tourism. Yes, tourism, yes. Our tourist attractions. Yes, I would say that where we're going here with this ship, this could be a tourist attraction. You could ride the tanker internally here from our pumping harbor down into our. Though we should maybe not be. I mean, this is a little bit. This is quite valuable. This. I wouldn't want anyone sneaking in here and taking one of these, but then again, that won't happen because the people here are watchful. We have lots of people walking about out here and lots of fires people and lots of people sitting around in the heating plant and looking at the gauges, I suppose, or something, making sure that the temperature is just right for the fire station, for the people at the fire station here. Yes. Okay. And did anything happen to you now that now things construction is running without issues? For this very moment, in this very moment, construction is running without issues. Look at them go. A 600 and something work days till you're finished. Very good. 52 tons of bricks. Yeah. And you got a steady stream of workers actually walking to work here. Did someone walk the other way? Well, you walk the other way. Do they walk home when they are? No. I don't think so. Yes, you who just arrived here, for example. You went here on foot, did you not? Yes, you have no travel time whatsoever. So you went directly from home. Old City Houses 4. Yes, you did. When your work shift is over here, will you leave on foot? Will you go home on foot? It would make sense if you would do that as the people who do the car commuting, they drive home too. So it is when we put them on public transport that they get the ticket to teleport home, I suppose. Get that with the bus ticket, or with the bus fare or something. When you get on the bus, you get the teleport button that you click when you're done for the day. Be that either 4 hours on the same bus or after a shift at whatever workplace you might have ended up at. And that's the groundworks finished, and now we're waiting for lots of stuff which the construction officers had not anticipated would be required. You did not walk home, you teleported home. Meanwhile, did anyone leave on foot? I don't know. Yes, now it's almost full of people here. Great. So there's no stuff around. So this is a... Yeah, you have it pretty well set, don't you? But you're still not perfectly happy. 98%. Sport, you have not managed to... No. I think that you will get much sports there. But you have plenty of good television. And 100% clothing. You're living in Hansasino. They bounce back quickly. God damn it, yes, they certainly do. It does not take long. That's a good thing with clothing. If you run out, it's basically only it takes one trip for them to or something. I don't know, but it improves very quickly as soon as you get clothing to them. Yes, you need asphalt. Yes. Oh, and that's just lovely, that, because that means that all the construction offices around here, such as all the construction offices that will be working on this, and all the ones that will be working on this and so on, they no longer have a source for asphalt. No, you don't have a source. What the hell are you? You don't have a source for anything. Beatus Construction Office 3. Why is this completely empty here? I don't know, but we're not putting any vehicles into it. Let's just forget about that one. And this one. Asphalt is not assigned as a source. Oh, it burned down. How did we happen upon you, Nelia? We happened upon you you were working at the construction site for the new fire station. Yes, we should try and keep you around for as long as we can. Unfinished pipeline. How are they getting anywhere on this? Oh yes, look. This is more like it. Yes. This is quite like it. They're pretty cool, these numbers now. They're getting this ridiculously high. Cool, I don't know. I must have been talking rubbish about the value of the ship, or not. Really? No. No. What the hell would the value of a train full with nuclear fuel be, or a boat full with nuclear fuel be then? A lot. I tell you, just close down something. Indeed. You see, all of these is you have no source of asphalt. I know. Very, very, very annoying that this happens. Though that said, I don't think that you don't seem to be only for purposes of terrain manipulation. And that is a brownout. Yes, it is. Although it is, the problem lies further up the circuit. Assuming that is this way. And voltage is even lower here. That auto. The hell here you have high voltage switch that is without power supply. What's going on? We have to go to Oskarshamn. Is what we have to do first and foremost, and see what the hell's up. Well, of course, there are very few people living in Ansasino nowadays, but I thought that we were secure against that. But by having people coming in from nearby places, yes, but this is very fiddly to select. It seems to be enough. It isn't. How the hell have you managed to get to 130 megawatt? Okay, yeah, they had a bad shift. That was inrush current, yes. Sort of. And now you're good again. Okay, there is nothing wrong with the infrastructure, at least. Yes, great. Or most likely the brownout was not due to lack of infrastructure or lack of workers at the nuclear power plant, which is, it sounds a little bit scary, because these things are, I mean, if the heating system, if that has momentum to it, or weight, or what you'd say, it takes a lot of coal to burn to get the town up to temperature, if it's been completely cooled off or cold out, so to speak. Yes. This is a bit fewer people than we would like in Hansasino. Is it enough to bother moving people in? Well, there was actually one thing, Poluchevo. Yes, Poluchevo. Does anyone remember the house of the villager's house in Poluchevo? Is this one? We'll take this one. Yes, there are lots of windows appearing on the screen now. Are you sure that yes, that thing seems to be rolling and that thing seems to be rolling too, and that, yes, it's all good. What we're going to do though is, can we do this without ruining anything? No. That's a reality check every now and then, so to make sure that we're actually on the page. Yes, making sense, probably, most likely. The villager's house, yes, and we're bringing more people from Poluchevo. It doesn't feel right to bring people out of Poluchevo when they're finally at the point where they have adults living with their parents. I suppose it's just pure luck that not an ambulance has gotten stuck in another ambulance for this time here. That's why they have ended up in this situation. They have historically been very, very unlucky with that. But we'll take another one. Sure. Other towns that has like lots of adults living with their parents. Although this is not the right solution to this problem, because I think at least that Hansasino is not beyond repair as far as population goes. Let's see. Let's head over here. No, I mean, yes, we have taken quite a toll, but I don't think that it is beyond repair. It gets beyond repair if they can't work due to no kindergarten. Then it completely falls together. But I don't think that we're at that point. I think that we just made it, basically, more or less. Beyond the critical mass, so as long as the hospitals keep working. Yes, that inspires a lot of confidence there. That everything is okay here. That does, at least. Yes. And also that there isn't an enormous queue outside here, that's good. Yeah, how are you doing with this asphalt plant? Because this, you see, this is how it goes with the construction mode in this game. Even though this is an incredibly complete and developed place. Yes, we could change the asphalt source to somewhere else, but no, this is where it's always been, and this is where it's very, very, very efficiently located to pave around here, and it's also where, yes. We're not building it in any other way place. It's lots of have to set up all this stuff, gravel. Yes, quarries. Lots of fun to build quarries and stone crushers, and but it is what it is. If you're going to do construction, then gravel. Yes, you need gravel. It is what it is. It's not the most exciting material, gravel, but it is incredibly important if you want to build anything. Crushed stone, yes, it sounds advanced. It's fundamental. It's what it is, in the literal sense. Yes, for once, used correctly. Maybe I should not speak to such things. 8 workers on the construction site of the asphalt plant. Yes, at this rate you're going to be done in 234 work days. Yeah, but you have a crane. That's great. And there's a crane on the pipe too. Maybe. What is the crane doing? Pipe. Yes, there is a crane and 2 people operating it. Very nice. Now, shoot. Now, there we go. Now, this is the shift that is going to finish off this asphalt plant here. A good old Mars 305 arrived with the load of workers that is going to do it for them. For us here. For the asphalt plant. And then we're going to need to click a few things. Obviously not all construction offices will. You were one of those, yeah. Molna construction office. Oh, you are certainly not getting your asphalt from here. But how the hell did you get involved with this? That's a long way away, isn't it? Molna. That's all the way over there. Okay. Really? Okay, it went away, you could not see. Anyway, that's great. You only need workers. You have bitumen flowing in, slowly but surely. Apparently it was not a problem to get steel to the pipeline. You could do it somehow, even though it wasn't finished. Yes, apparently, yes, of course they can. Because for some reason they always finish the conveyors before anything else in a system like this, for example. And now there should only be the matter of doing this a few times. And then we should have ourselves a new, nice and shiny road. What just happened as it was that thing from the old dialogue box window thing. No, that's not the correct button for whichever that was. There is one really critical one here, and it is this one. Exactly. This is really critical, that it has access to asphalt. The rest we can skip. That's your source of asphalt. You can't produce, but you have everything. You don't have any gravel. Haven't they finished the comment? Yes, they have. Yes. I never replaced that power line, did I? No. You wouldn't have, unless you are a steely person. But the asphalt plant has, yes, but the something here doesn't have. Okay. Yes, great. If you would have done this, at the same time and not forgotten about it, it would have been done by now at the same time as the asphalt plant, and it would all be fine. Because obviously they could do without electricity here in order to construct and do all the other things. So I suppose the concrete plant, yes, the concrete plant is fed from somewhere else. But for transporting gravel, we are dependent. Are we really? No. No, you cannot store export. Oh, right. No. Never mind me. I don't know how the game works. Apparently, yes, I do. But it will not, since there is no active transfer in here. It will only, get gravel when it's requested, such as now. When there's a demand, yes, and when there is demand, it works. Yes, but it will not get any in there. If we have put in a transfer engine in between, it would. But we're not going to, because we don't need to. Well, that's fine. That didn't take long. How much do you get? 18 tons. Very nice. That's a good load of asphalt. I think that you are going to pave the road in Molna. You're going extremely slowly due to the poor road conditions. Yes, it's January and it snows quite regularly. Or quite often. Or it might be... I only know when it starts to snow. Then I have not taken I am not taking any notes on the weather patterns or other than it starts to snow on the 23rd of November. Yes, and then the landscape turns white. Yes. Anyway, yes, this is not how winter works. You know, it just isn't. Except in very few places. It melts and it snows again. Yes, this is a pet peeve, though. This is definitely a pet peeve. Yes, certain winters may well be like this, but not all. You know, it melts and it snows again, and it melts and it melts and it's mud and it melts and it's more mud and slush and goddamn piece of crap, and we haven't even begun yet, and it's getting really, 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 really dark. Yes, lots of fun ahead until the winter solstice, when it's still extremely dark for a long damn time and cold, and fy fan. The weather is not great, or rather no, so the climate is not great. The weather can be great sometimes, but the climate is not great. The climate isn't good at all. It's rubbish. Actually, it's what it is. It's pretty damn rubbish. But the climate here in TBD is that's ideal. You know, this is exactly how you want it. This is perfect. Because we have. I mean, the winters are just, you know, every winter is a perfect winter. And we know exactly which day it starts snowing, and maybe we also know exactly which days it does snow, but it doesn't matter because the snowplows are stupid anyways. So, but anyway, the point is that it's beautiful, you know, all the time. And they never have the slush and the thing, and then it just melts away suddenly in a day or two. Yes, more fires going on, whatever. Yes, you're doing work there. That's good. Why do we have these places? Because I thought that we needed to migrate a few people, but we can skip that. Hansasino Fire Station 2 is now complete. Fantastic. Do we have any fire engines at the vehicle production line? We have plenty. We actually have that set in queue, and well, as long as I'm only taking out 3 at a time, might as well keep supplying. Yes, you know, I had once upon a time I had a great system for sorting vehicles out of the production line. Yes. How did that work? It worked like this. Where is it? It's over here. Yes. Yes, you empty out all of the things in some fashion or other. We could, for example, if we wanted to do something ridiculous now, if we were to do this now, if we also were to connect these connections up, yes, then we would and then sail it away to the harbor and then sell that. That would probably do something ridiculous to this. Yes, and then we set them to produce one type of vehicle and do that until, you know, it's full, or we have do that until, yes, and then set it to produce a certain type of vehicle once it's empty. Yes. Or before, it doesn't matter if you don't care. But yes, so and so on. God damn it, this is so hard to explain. No, not really. At some point, you when you have only one type of vehicle in here, yes, you get the train to go unload and unload onto one of these places. Yes. But now it's ruined here, because here it's been mixed. We have all sorts of things. Yes, here there should be only ambulances, for example. We used to have, you know, one with only buses and so on. For some reason I made a mistake here and thought that these were concrete mixers while they were in fact cement trucks. So we have a lot of those standing around that we don't have that much use for. But they are in mint untouched condition, although having been snowed on and so for I don't know how many years, we might have some. I like that it is sort of frozen in time. This sure, they could tack on some costs for maintaining vehicles and so on, but I mean the buildings, they look rusted and worn down from new when we build them. A fire station, yes. Well, now with snow on it in winter, it actually doesn't look that worn. You can build things very close to each other in this game if you are very, 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 very much of a median. You can here. There is most certainly nowhere near the right pronunciation, and probably not even close enough for more than probably one person in the whole world to get the reference. I don't know. I don't think that we might find out, if that was too far off. It's unpronounceable, that language, Which? The Dutch. Yes, that's not a language, that's a sound they make. That sort of makes you think that they are actually speaking a language. But it isn't, and I have proven this, and I can prove this by going to the Dutch land and just speaking my native language. Oh, trains have problems to them, and it will take them a good. Now this sounds like I've been rude. It has not been under those circumstances, but it can take them a good 20-30 seconds before they understand that I'm not speaking Dutch. No, I'm a foreigner and I'm speaking some different language, but it takes them a while. It's very funny because the language just sounds just, I don't know. Yes, how does that prove the point? I don't know. But this nuclear fuel supply situation is not working. How the hell? Okay. Yes, this should not be possible. It should not be possible for this to happen. Yes. Send save, indeed. If we have issues with signals, yes, this would be an issue with signals. I would suppose. Save as. Issue with signals. Yes. Here we go. Because this is probably some. No, this is very, 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 very simple. You know what it is? I think it is. No, it can't be. I was thinking if this was too long to clear the semaphore, but wherever you've been to Bellur large vehicle storage. Apparently the first one we planned in here, which one of these? Is this one. Okay, you have been here, right? You definitely, most certainly, without any doubt whatsoever, I'm just making sure, because I don't want to claim that something is wrong and then not be correct. There is actually a semaphore missing there. Does that really excuse? Yes, that would explain why the path thing would. That's what it is. Is it a bug? Yes, I did not, since I didn't have a semaphore there, that's apparently the track it chose. Must have been what happened. And you are heading for a completely different station. So you got a blinking red light. Proceed by own authority, or what you say, your own responsibility only. But damn it. Yes, that was a problem. So that's well, I don't know if it's a bug, if it could be considered a bug. It's a byproduct of the path signals. They don't take into account that yes, I'm not crossing the track of this train, even if it is here, or if it's in there, or wherever it is, because I'm going over here is where I'm going. Yes, over there is where I'm going. So it's fine. Yeah, I can go. Except that by the time I make it through the tunnel here and everything, and here comes the third train at the same time. Yes, this might have been going on for a while. But it should be, yes, this one should go for, since it's empty, it's going for the cargo station, and then at least that is, yes, it was only that once, but that was missing. So now it's not missing anymore, and now that is not going to happen again. A thing like that, it can take 15 years before that particular mistake is found. Although, I'm in my defense, unless I'm wrong here, there unload, you're not set to wait until unloaded, exactly. So, meanwhile, or whilst you were standing in there, it is, you are occupying this block. You have the right to this block, since we don't have a semaphore here. Screw them. You get to go. That's it. But then again, as it stands to reason, yes, but there was no semaphore. What are you supposed to do? It should be set to red out there, and it was blinking red. Oh, damn it. Yes, it's a combination then. I suppose I know it is not worth bothering anyone more with than what we already done here. Okay. I don't think it's a byproduct of the path signaling. Yes, since it is not set to wait until unloaded, it would not have been a problem before without the path signaling. Is this a junction where I would have selected to not have path signals? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Definitely. Most 100%. There is no use for path signals here whatsoever, because they're only end stations. And it's completely fine that we can only have one train at a time going through. Yes, but in here we could end up with everyone at once. And they would have to wait their turn to get out. And so on. But they seem to take care of that rather nicely now that it's working as it should. Okay. Yes, the clothes, do we need to worry about that anymore? You're on your way to the southern lake, and you only have 3.2 tons for the entirety of sjön. Yes, really? Did they swallow up that much out there? Is it a limit? No, it's not a problem. It will be fine. It's just that sjön. They had a lot, didn't they? They had like a bunch. Yes. Good. And it's set to unload 39% there. Yes, that would be all. I don't know. Yes. Relative to what? I don't know. There is so little left, so it doesn't matter. It will be all or nothing, I believe, at this point. Well, 3.2 tons of clothing, that's a lot of shirts. And trousers. Or pants. Or such. There it is. So, yes, there is not a problem here. It will be fine. You can even skip this actually, and it will probably be better to do that. However, how close are we? We are pretty much coming up on it. We have passed the last junction. We might as well. We can see the skyline. It has a skyline actually, sjön. Yes, look at skyline of sjön. That's a Christmas card. Christmas card from Dr. Pluring, right there. Or something. Or maybe here in the sunrise, right about somewhere in the dawn. There. What is this? It's 69, is what it is. And, okay, 2. Yes. There we go. No. Pardon me. There we go. How are you doing? There's sound. Yes. Come on. You can do it. No. You stand no chance under these circumstances. I know. We should now send you to Schweiz. It might have been better to do it on the other side of the roundabout. I don't know. Where are we? That's Oskarshamn. That's Oskarshamn over there. We're on the railroad. Where the hell are we? Yes, of course, we're on this. We're on the railroad out to sjön. Yes, this is rather new. This is all things considered. Considering the time scale in relation to the nuclear power plant at Oskarshamn. Yes, that is rather new. It is about 21:47. Okay, 21:47. You say okay? Yes. So yeah, and at the 2100 it was 200 years. So it's 247 years that we have been going on developing. Now, I mean, I last, 100 something years, with much time I've been spent, simulation, extended simulation, and then we sort of go into one imagines a perpetual 70s, 80s thing, sort of. We're just stuck here, and it's great. Yes, and wouldn't it be possible somewhere in here? I read on the Steam forum. Sometimes good things come from there too. Apparently, someone mentioned, and it's so obvious, really, when you think about it. Why isn't the? Why do I take it from this perspective? I don't have to take it from an aggressive perspective. Anyway. An addition to the GUI could be we're coming up from the supposedly safe roundabout. Yes, the whatever I was saying about the GUI. Yes, it could show the population number somewhere here. That's a whole lot more interesting than how much dollars and rubles I have at this point. And it will also indicate, if we had a catastrophe. one could see that, when I was sitting around, if it was like, yes, at least the number, but where would you put it? There's a large logo here. Maybe it could be a little bit smaller, and we could have, I don't know. You got the temperature meter. It was empty there before, wasn't it? But there is plenty of more space if one were, but that might be, I don't know. But you'll never need more than 6 digits. Definitely. Never need more than 6 digits. So you don't need that much space, really. You can cram that in somewhere. And just, the symbol of a person or a worker or something, a citizen. We don't have a symbol for a citizen as a general term, as represented by this number. No, there's only a total, the actual population. Does that mean that does these actually add up to this or not at any given time? Because I think either they do it all the time completely, or it's quite random. But they might. It's easy to take a snapshot here and work it out. I don't think I'm in a maths kind of. It's not that many numbers, and it's only subtraction that you need to do. Really, it's extremely simple. That's what it is. Yes, it's just that we need an actual snapshot, and I want to something else. This the time lapse of the time lapses and such of the time lapse. There was only one of the train that I tried to do with the thing. Yes, to get it with the sound and such. This is apparently a way of doing that. This is anyway. This is some rather magical stuff that we got going on here. That is my time. Yes, time. What you call it? Damn it! I'm giving away production. Yes, it's open source. Maybe you never know. Well, what is it actually in a context like this? Yes, I'm showing my. It's not that someone could work this out. It's not. I could work it out. It's not like a patentable invention. Yes. Never mind. This is how it works anyway. This script. Yes, it takes a source, which is the recording of the game. Yes, recorded at 10 FPS on purpose. Since we're doing time lapsing, yes, we go. You'd be surprised, but very much time is spent actually decoding the source video. A lot more so than you'd think. What happens if we do this? Nothing good. Okay. Yes. Pardon me here. Yes. Source file. The target file. Without MKV extension, which I often put on there anyway. And third parameter is the length of the result you want. Then it works out here. The duration of the source, yes, by doing ffprop, blah 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 blah. That results in a number of seconds of the source material. Yes. So then we get the ratio by dividing the input here of the target length, that we want, by the duration of the video that we got. With using this tool. Yes. That's was put in there to make sure before when I was fiddling with this to see if it works or not, and it didn't work. Yes, then we call on FFmpeg, special build here, customized user local bin FFmpeg 4 as. Know what that's probably something very magical about that one. There is there and it has the 4 on the thing, and anyway. I don't know what it does. It is FFmpeg, more probably. Quite likely. Yes, it takes the source file indeed, and then applies a filter complex here. That includes a video with the ratio times PTS, and for some reason this is... this, I mean... I cannot explain. I found someone who was in a similar situation apparently, and I worked it out. This is how I managed to adapt a similar situation or a similar circumstance, what you call to what I needed. Yes, indeed. But this is I've had for long, this bit. This is not so complicated. Then get the audio. How the hell do you do audio as well? Apparently they have a filter for that too in FFmpeg. It's a really clever thing. This FFmpeg is extremely powerful, but there is no front end for it really, or such as far as I know. Maybe there are, but nothing. I think there is. Complete is there. Anyway, before I didn't need to use the filter complex because I wasn't processing the audio. I wasn't doing the what you call it. Actually, time-lapse audio, only video. Yes, much easier. Yes, so by only recording the videos at 10 FPS, which is plenty at those points, because there's no good spots or anything, and there is no reason to do a third of the work of decoding. You don't have to do, and it's pretty damn efficient, this thing. On double C on X5675s, I think it is, as it does one of those 7-hour things in like how long will it take? 10 minutes or something? Yeah. That isn't that bad, I don't think. Anywho, that was a long diversion into this now. Yes, get rid of it. Okay. Yes, sorry. Workers and resources, Soviet Republic. Cheers. Yes. When did you last do a thing of anything here? I don't know now. It's gotten a little bit out of hand. Is that okay? It's gotten a little bit out of hand. Okay, yes, you could say that. You could say that. Well, it has gotten a little bit out of hand here. I don't dare set these now when we have. There are many things here. Why are all you? Okay, we have you that we found somewhere at a building site, construction site for a fire station. Yes, we did. Nelia Konstantinovna. Right. You're going there. Yeah, you're doing good. You went to church. We managed to... You have absolutely no interest in going to church. But you went, for some reason, on the 4th of February. And now you're at home listening to the radio. And you don't feel the need to go and get a television station. You're 43 years old. Do we not have... Hansasino, they should have electronics. Yes, they have plenty. 2 tons. That's plenty. You don't want more. Okay, it's your choice, Nelia. If you don't want a television, you don't need to have one. But it is a bit suspicious. We're keeping you around here for now. clothing train. You're standing still. That's never a good thing. Except when it's loading. Although, should we let it wait or should we send it off? There might be a few places that could do with a top-up. I don't think there is any harm sending it off at this point. It is like 90+% filled. Yes, but there appears to be underproduction. No, there isn't an underproduction of clothing. As long as this thing is running, yes, but it isn't all the time. No, it has to be though. Yes, otherwise it will never be perpetual. If there is a flaw in the train system, yes, then it is. Yes, regarding that, yes, this is definitely a place without the path signals. Should not do not add anything. Well, they do add a bit of efficiency, but the risk I would opt out. I would definitely opt out. How is it working at the roundabout of Doom? It is being this place is still the place of doom for trains apparently. Because of the train diesel station of Doom is not quite here. The train, where the hell is the train diesel station of Doom? It is. This is Molna. This is not the train diesel station of Doom. The train diesel station of Doom is here. Almost. Yes, here. Is it train? Yeah, damn it. That was. Why was that so hard to find? I don't know. But anyway, right now it seems to be working quite perfectly fine because there is no train around and there is not an ongoing catastrophe. Yes, that was quite bad. Quite bad. And it was due to that. It was not due to anything else. No, that dip of clothing quality had that effect on the population, meaning going from 104,000 to 90, 89, 15,000. I wonder if it makes any difference on performance. As if we could sort of get rid of all the workers somehow. I don't know. I tried to fiddle a little bit with terrain editor and start new map and so on, and fiddling with files and so on, but I not managed to get it to initialize a world without workers here. Initialize it here, a TBD without workers. It wouldn't be. It would be like a museum piece, one could say. Of TBD, yes. Yes, you're dancing there. Have you been provided with? No, you have not. You shall be provided with fire engines. Very much pronto here is what you should be. If we have, yes, we have. We're set to make them. You know. I know. It's because I know that there are these places that, for some reason, either we have forgot to do this thing in the first place, or they have been out fighting a fire without enough firefighters around. And this place certainly looks like it could. What the hell is going on here? Yes, you shut down. You're not heading for this building. This is though. Yes. Does anyone actually make it out here any time whatsoever? I don't think so. And if they do, You're not set to go work at that place because it was not possible to do so because you were not equipped with fire engines at the time, perhaps, and I sent fire engines there and then never maybe gotten around to actually do this actual last bit that is going to make it maybe work. How the hell do you think this is going to work? Because this is a heat exchanger and not a little power plant, a little electrical power plant, which I thought it was first. No, the heat comes from the... Does it come from? Not from there. It comes from... It comes from the geothermal thing here. Fantastic. This thing is operating without issues. Yes. Also great, maybe a bit overpowered or something. I don't know what you do to... Yes, what you do to make them, I mean... But yes, actually what you do to make them more balanced. Because it actually takes quite a lot. I mean, unless you're Iceland, basically. It takes... Often you have to put quite a bit of energy in to get energy out. Yes, it sounds weird, but that's the way it works. Basically. Heat exchanger is it's fascinating stuff, what you can do. Anyway, that's pretty much what it is we got going on here, because we are in Iceland, obviously. So it must be something like that. And that takes quite a bit of power to do. So if yes, work out, yes, very easy, work out here, then how much electricity it would need to draw. Yeah, you say you get about 1 to 4 efficiency in a place like this. If you have a reasonable, we exactly, we aren't Iceland by any means. Maybe one could get more if we're lucky. I mean, if we bore deep enough, I don't know. I have no idea if how this technology scales, you know. Maybe this isn't feasible unless you are Iceland. No matter how much you put in, because you cool down the ground eventually. I don't know. It depends on how deep you bore, definitely. But how deep do you need to get? This is getting a bit too deep into this subject here, I think, of the geothermal heating plant. Yes. But still, this takes an extraordinary small amount of electricity. Yes, it operates on medium voltage, I understand, but it could maybe take a high voltage line and maybe go up to, you know, almost 10 times this. That would make it a bit more expensive to have and to operate. Yes. Although it is, in terms of workforce that we need, it is quite expensive as is. It isn't really that complicated workforce-wise, though. As long as it's working, it's keeping it working. Yes, that. Yes, the thing is, it doesn't matter if we're operating at 5% or 95%. It still takes the same amount of people, although not according to this equation. No, different rules. It doesn't work like that. Don't get hung up on stuff like that. It's not good for anyone, perhaps. No. That was a lot of years. The game is pretty much broken at this point, you know. I don't think that we have brought up the resource status so far, are we? Yes, this is not working. And did it help or not with my changing not that thing? Oh, this goddammit. Okay. That's good that we did that. Do it? No, I don't know. It's been running for a little bit, hasn't it? It's better to do it, to do the safe thing. 69. This is the proper B. Yes. There were many parts there to prepare. Prepare? No. But how else is one going to find the problems buried in one's infrastructure? If not like so. And it is not many bugs off from actually being feasible to do. Yes, we need an inflation adjuster, yes, and also the vehicles getting stuck in each other bug fixed. Because if that isn't fixed, it's never going to be possible. But by then, I think that could be a challenge on how to play the game. Run it for as long as possible and having as low bank balance as possible. But it's easy to get low bank balance, but yes, it's too easy to. I could ruin myself quite easily. Quite easily, considering the amount of money involved, especially in the Western account there. Yes, it would be quite a feat of logistics to get that anywhere. If I wanted to convert my money to nothing by not actually doing any work, I think, trains just going back and forth between the West and the East and really screwing with do you really want to do that? Screwing with the economy thing of the game. Why not? It adds a layer, maybe. If one were to have a train going back and forth between, yes, we don't have an optimized route for this at the moment, and we can't have because it was not provided. It has never been provided a connection here. If the map was generated nowadays, yes, we would have, but no, we don't. Regrettably, unfortunately, we don't. Could we have a ship? We could have a ship. Couldn't we have a ship going from east to west, back and forth, and doing silly things? What do we have here finished? A tanker, a Baltic tanker. Yes, if you go to the east and sail to the west, and then do the same thing, and then back and forth again, over and over and over, like so and like so and like so. Is what I mean. But then first we load in the. Can't I tell you what you... I mean, you are a tanker. Hello. You ought to know what to do. But this is, I think, is screwing a bit with the fueling algorithm. I'm not sure that does the ships ever run out of fuel? They didn't used to anyway, if they had a silly route that didn't actually involve any ports or anything. It just went round and round and round and round. But that was a long time ago. Yes, that was like on the first ship release. Almost. Early at least. Yes, but they still move exactly the same as they always did. Yes. They still don't have any weight to them. But I think that might be down to me and my auditory tendencies. And such that they feel so dead. Dead, that's a bit harsh. But still, yes, that is a bit harsh. But why do you need to think about the options here? What is even going to happen with this? And nobody's going to take a while. And don't go to the depot. Just go and do this. And realize that you are a tanker and that you are now in service. You are not a brand new vehicle anymore. Do we have to actually get you into the docks to get you to realize that you are a tanker? Yes, come on then. What are we going to name you? You are certainly slow as trög. Trög. Yes. Slow. Somewhat. In a way, yes. Slow. As in not quick to jump to conclusions and accurate ones at that. But eventually we make it there. There you go. Have you now realized that you're a tanker now that you arrive at the thing? No, you're still a brand new vehicle. You claim. We're actually going to have to. Well, we're at least going. Okay, fine. I'm going to fill you up once, or sometimes. Yes, I think that we can prove almost the theory of we can get the ship to manual refuel if it needs to. That's what we could do, because we set it to load. It's some point here it must realize that it is a tanker and offer the options of what to load. Maybe it is I'm a bit slow and I don't understand. I need to close the window and then open it again. No, didn't help. Okay. I thought that sending it to the harbor would help. Or I thought that sending it to the dock would help. But no, there's just something broken with this. Now I suppose we will get diesel. Because Lisa is standing there and taking all the bitumen, should there be any, which there isn't. There should be plenty of... Yes, it is. But it is not 100% filled. Yes, great. We are at least, turning it around quite heavily. What is the nowadays? Domestic production and consumption. For, say, yes, we're in February, so last year is a good... did we do any foreign trade? Apparently, yes. As I want to purchase yes, that was for $1.4 billion approximately, yes. That was 5 meters of road leading up to the fire station there. Anyways, the domestic production, as it's all broken, these numbers now. But never mind the numbers, because the resources and the quantities are still just as relevant as ever. Except that we can't see the scale as ever. But I was going here to do something to muck about with, and I always select the wrong thing, and then I get lost, and then that's not the thing neither. And custom GUI size, and I found autosave, and then I thought, great, I figured that out, and then forgot about fixing the thing that we were going to look at, and that was the resource, and that doesn't help with the numbers. Okay, now we know. You can go back to regular size, because this is it's already hard to see under the circumstances as this. We have to go back to yes. There we go. Are you a stupid person? Sometimes a bit. About the same as this ship, it still has not realized. Now you have been fueled up. I'd prefer you'd go for bitumen, but if this one time, yes, you can certainly load up a bit of fuel this one time, if you want to. Well, one must be able to go beyond the borders and import oil, for example, with the tanker. That's certainly something you would do if you would not have access to oil. For example, yes. Very handy way to get a large bulk, but you had access to if you are not landlocked, obviously. Yes. Which weren't, luckily. Here, no. At least we always had, just that it took a long time for me to realize. This time, that's compensation for a for a limitation of the terrain generator as it was used upon first use. Are you getting anywhere here with this? You're still loading, or you are loading something, but you're not telling me what you're loading, and you're still a brand new vehicle, you claim. I don't think so. I think that this is game not loading behavior. This. Because you're getting heavier, you are certainly loading, but you're still a brand new vehicle. There is something completely wrong about this. I do not trust this whatsoever. No, I don't. But yeah, well, and we shall hope that it loads these to load. This I don't trust at all. That sort of behavior. That's odd, is what it is. Yes, we're back and we resume. Forget about that stupid boat, because that's spent about a third of its fuel tank, which is massive, by the way. Yes, going back and forth outside the docks. Back and forth, until it finally made it to the docks. And the game crashed about 3 times in between, and so on. It's very convenient. There was definitely something strange going on. Let's say. Definitely something strange going on. And like what's going on right there, I wonder just at how many places stuff like that is happening on. Because I think it's a quite common occurrence. Or could be. Can be. Maybe. I don't know, but I think the only way to do it really is to do an ocular inspection. There's a train rolling, that's a very good sign. The savior of the roundabouts for the diesel train diesel station of death and awful destructionness, which is here. Yes, I think it seems to be doing fine. Yes, but you know the what's it called? MBTF, mean time between failure, for this roundabout is about 10 years, and we have a sample now of what is it? A couple of months or so, some months, or some maybe I don't know when we start. Sometime, not enough time to reach the mean time between failures, or before failure, or whatever it is it stands for now again. Yes, I got myself a new Holbas Ferraki. There we go. Cheers. That reminds me of summer somehow. Awesome. Very nice. Yes, you are going around empty. Yes, this is as a result of what is not going on in Hansasino and the low amount of people there. And also what we saw there with the traffic jam. Yes, we have had constant brownouts throughout the land. Also due to the lack of workers in Hansasino. I thought I had a watertight system for work supply for the power plant at Oskarshamn, but no. No, it turns out I had not done the trick with this bus stop here. I only unload as regular, which meant that not a whole lot of workers got on the buses. Although I think they ought to have had time to make a round trip or two by now. I see now that there really should be a shortcut road for them here. Maybe it's too long. I don't think so. Where are you coming from? There's only one worker. For how long have you been sitting on this bus? 2 hours? No. 18 minutes. 18 minutes. You only go with... What is this bus doing? They're picking people up down there and dropping them off here. What the hell is that about? It might involve a burnt down bus stop, maybe? Bus platform somewhere, sometime or other. Or why would you have done such a thing? I don't know. But yes, this is the right thing. Sjön OKG. Yes, and now it was Sjön bus platform. They always have like lots of people available. Plenty. Yes, plenty. Was your travel time really only 20 minutes? 20 minutes? Shouldn't need a shortcut, but I'm going to give you one anyways. That's because we have a new asphalt plant, and if we can get underneath this pipe, which we could. Lucky thing. Yes, come on, see. Yes, there we go. Very good. So yes, there were problems with both of the redundant worker supplies for the power plants. One was the vehicle stuck in vehicle thing. One was me not doing the trick with the trick thing, which means that not enough people get on the buses. Problem is that only the amount of people get on the buses that there are workplaces available at the destination at the time they get on the bus. Unless you do this trick, call it what you want, unless you do this. And that's really stupid, because circumstances will and may change. But still, we are not bringing in enough people here. Yes, it will take a while for the line from over there, yes, the riches, to recover. Especially since they are all now lined up, all the buses. Great. Fun. Yes, but we can't have this. What the hell is this electricity? This is not the TBD electricity, you know. No. This is some crap electricity. Vehicle workers. No. Thing for vehicle. Come on. Yes, the rich nuclear workers. Here comes a bus that will save the day eventually, unless some other bus has done it before it. There is a little bit of a ways to go. Here. It no matter. Yes, everything is blinking off and on. Or not everything. Most things, some things. Not residential though, or not in that town, but it ought to come from the same power plant. Well, okay. It is bad. It is really bad. What if one were to do this? Bring this up. All map. But for some reason the switches here does not show a warning sign. Even though the voltage is severely low. But many things are without electricity now from time to time. But as soon as this bus makes it, or some other bus makes it, now which are we in? Are we the first? Oh, but there must be other buses from other directions as well. Right. Yes. This was pretty. Yes, 12 workers and 20 engineers. Not great. The own our buses arrived or something. Yes, that's much more like it. No, not quite. It's a bit of an inrush current. There we go. We are steady. Much better. Nuclear power for I mean, it's the only... And the waste, it was no problem. Turned out it is so cheap to get rid of, so I don't know what they do with it, but since it's so cheap. This is more like it. This is how we like to see the Oskarshamn twin reactor nuclear power plant staffed, you know. That's a whole lot better. Now Hans Asino can recover in his own time. This is taking its time to do this. That's the way it is. The average lifespan is not bad, so I think that we should not have too bad infant mortality and so on. No treated patients at the hospital, we say. Really. Okay, thank you for confirming that everything is working. Yes, we were going around and finding problems such as those. How many vehicles are stuck in each other? Out there, you think? This town, is there? Okay, yeah, it looks reasonably for Sajav. Is decent enough for Sajav, you know. That's Sajav for you. That's completely okay. And say yes, 1670. I think that will make it. As long as this building is, we should maybe just make sure that that building is specifically occupied. There we go. As they are enforced to go here. Yes, which in turn makes them go here. Which is not going to be important for a few months, but then is going to be extremely important. Otherwise they'll all leave or die, or a combination. Within the same person, that is, yes. Yes, I need to take care of the personal heat since I should have done that when I got the beer here and things. Yes. Crap. That's how it is. Yeah, it's getting cold, you know. Nuclear fuel fabrication. Yes, they're all doing good. What's happening down at the second nuclear fuel fabrication factory? Because that place has a tendency to swell over. But no, it's not so bad. There's a lot of UF6 sitting around here. Not that much nuclear fuel. The nuclear fuel is here. Yes. Very good. You don't have any chemicals. What? Are you silly? Are you waiting at stations? Yes, okay. What the hell? Yes, but where are you supposed to get your chemicals from then? Hello? Is there a distribution office involved? Shouldn't there be? Has it burnt down? No, it's maybe. I don't know. It has gotten its chemicals in some shape or form before here. Although there is nothing. Oh, there are only open holes here. Yes. And am I not seeing? Or what's the problem? Because I can't see that there is a distribution office assigned to this. No. What the hell has happened here? Or is it such that the chemical things maybe go to the road cargo? Say, yes, it is. Okay, here is something going on. Hey, I saw a few buses there standing very close to each other, but they were only driving closer. Okay. Yes. Shall I make an educated guess here? They're out of wood. Have not replanted the forest in quite some time now. It is barren. Yes, completely wasteland. Okay then. Very good. We can take care of that, and we can also easily spot the fake trees, which are only standing around and in the way because they will prevent the planting of new trees. Yes. This beach, they seem to be doing well for us here. It's what we've always had. They seem to be growing extremely quickly. And yes, it's only this the steep bit that it doesn't work with the big thing, but there is still many clicks to be done. But here we need to go smaller, and only a few will get in. Enough. Okay, enough. Yeah, pretty much enough. Yes. Or does the big thing work just as well or bad down here? I don't know. I think I've clicked enough times now. Up here then. No, there was still some to get in. This is enough. This is enough. Okay. Yeah, now you can stop now. Okay. Yeah. And then just to do one of those. Otherwise it's going to be annoying to listen to. Because I think that is audible. And it's very much annoying if that would not sync up to what's actually going on precisely. The only way to do that is to have one of those right next to it. Yes. Well, precisely. As good as can be, I hope. Maybe I'll screw it up altogether. I might be screwing it up altogether. That thing is moving, and that thing, yes, it's still moving all over the place here with the needles and the things. What about the personal heating system? Yes, the personal heating system. Yes, the personal heating system. Yes, I'm going to exactly in the real world. There is, what is this? Our second, you do the food for Sollefteå train. Yes, this place. I'm not sure that we have enough livestock production here. I've been thinking about. It would appear that we have gotten to a point where there's enough crops in the system, and there's enough food. You cannot store export food. As I know that I tore down and replaced a food factory with a meat factory with a food factory. Yes. But it upon further thought and not examination, but upon further pondering, yes, I think that was unnecessary and a mistake, possibly, because now, well, whilst there is meat in storage, so maybe it's fine and enough. Then again, maybe some people are going without meat. Isn't there probably some town that is vegetarian more or less for large amounts of the year? Yes. How is the other food or the other meat system working? Yes, you have two completely disparate. Yes. things, meat systems, yes. Meat systems, indeed. This thing is full. Great, and it's now limited to 300 tons. It won't get out of control and sink the electricity grid. Very good. And also the voltage is stable here now. Very nice. Lots of people working in Oskarshamn there, and here in Ringhals where they're not getting the power from right over there. But anyways, that's the way it is. Yeah. And yeah, it is good to see that this gets some use too. Very good, I think. Yes. I think that we could sustain our current electricity needs stably from one, at least not without tearing down every single high voltage wire there is here and redoing the whole thing. But that's not quite feasible proposition. Oh, a terrible proposition. I've just been to unload. How very nice. Katzincha train diesel station. Why would you only unload 19%? What's wrong with this place? Why don't you like that? That we ought to be at a point where you could unload everything. They ought to be full, all of these, aren't they? Well, more or less anyway. Yes, definitely more or less. There we go. Yes, båtjävel 2. Very intuitive name for what we... it's TBD2, 69. 69, that's... no, it was not the number of the original TBD. No, it was a different account. But it was in the region. It was in the region where we still had reasonable frame rates. Yes. Every now and then it looks quite decent. That is not too bad. No, it isn't. It is a very electricity demanding people. This is, I mean, it is the observation that you have to make when traveling across this land. All over the place you can see them. Wires being strung in what would appear to be completely randomness. Complete randomness. Yes, it's difficult or even impossible to wrap your head around. Kratchek. Well, for some reason we have the Aspire house in Rikedomarna here, and we have a train here, the food train for this food system. Yes, great. We go and have a look at Mormorsk. It was a long time ago. Wouldn't you know it? It's a traffic jam outside the hospital. Who could have guessed that such a thing would take place? It almost never happens. After all, here it never happens. Because it is... Yes, they're both the model. It doesn't matter which type of building it is. It happens to all buildings, I would say. It's just that some buildings aren't affected at all. Some extremely much, such as hospitals, and some not so often. But every so often. $464 workers, that's not so bad load. Do you have any acceleration here? I think I calculated at one time what the average weight of a worker was. 464 workers, and we know the weight of the train and everything. Have I done this before? I don't know. Maybe. Do I have time to bring all up the stuff that I need? I don't think so. I think we're ruined. I think it's crap to add. Yes, I'm not going to. Oh, I don't know. 464 workers, 174 tons. That's not so important bits. How many did you say? Well, you could hit pause. Yes. Yes, very good. Yes. Very good thing you hit the water. 464 workers, and 174 tons. Let's see if we can get going now. Thank you. And you unloaded no one. So okay then. Yes. There was a slight voltage drop there when it accelerated away. I'm very disappointed. What's going on? Is this not enough? I have two of these connected here now. Yes, directly from a healthy transformer. Very healthy transformer. Well, I suppose a few volts over the distance and through the pantograph and everything. Yes, I suppose a few volts is okay to lose. This we haven't looked in for a while. The inflation meter. What are you currently at? 1 million rubles in 1986 is now 246 billion rubles, 856. 246 billion 857 million 367,552. Okay. In some 250 years or so, or abouts. Yes, thereabouts. Yes, did we ever manage to get some fire? And we did. And 2 firefighters too. They have gotten out here. That must mean that every now and then a firefighter makes it out here. Very good. Where are the available workplaces from this bus stop? Yes, it's plenty of things that are within walking range, but it's only the bus or the fire station that you would work at, such as these fine folk are doing. Don't know why you feel so compelled to walk on the right, but you regularly, when you want to be walking against traffic, And also it would have been shorter. Oh, do they always walk on the right? I have never thought of this. Or no. No. Can't be. That's silly. I have... Well, at least here. Well, it is an obvious thing when you think about it, but I have not thought about this until now, but it would appear that yes, they are as vehicles, you know, as they exclusively walk to the right. And someone is, I don't know, having a bad day or something here, breaking down outside of his own. There he got going. Okay, what the hell? One wonders what's going on there. What was that about? Oh, no. It's a mystery, this game. This world, this magnificent world of TBD. Oh, Lisa is off. Oh, 4,415 billion. Yes. 4 quadrillion. What the hell? That's a lot. Well, that's a lot. I don't know. It's a high number. Put it that way. I don't know if it is a lot. We can't really buy. If we try to buy anything, it will only add to. What will happen if we were to send all of these away? I don't think we can even read out the value of the nuclear fuel. Yes, we select only the closest we can. 800 tons. Yes, it is 55,809 billion. I forget about it. It is a ridiculous sum, or a ridiculously high number. What would happen if we were to send that off? And these two, by the way. Yes. But that's nothing in comparison to that. Still a lot though, but that's something different. Yes, we could gather up even more of these. We don't seem to have anything better to do than to gather nuclear fuel. I mean, they are working on yet another liner here, container liner. Yes, and then we could have all the nuclear fuel we wanted down here. Seems to already have quite a bit here as well. 1,272 tons in total there. Yes, it adds up. Wood. How much wood did we have? 64 tons. That's not a lot. But you got to begin. The trees that was planted 5 minutes ago cannot have grown just yet. There's no. There's no amount of wood in the forest, and no. I don't know why it showed up on there, but it did. Yes, I tried to rebuild this now, and it doesn't get bloody work because of this damn thing one-way piece of crap here. This, what are you saying? Yes, the other way around. There we go. Do you figure it out? No? Well, then screw you. Okay. View area where possible. I told you so. That was a bus, by the way, that I had around there for when this bus stop became finished, which it won't get anytime soon. That bus is now going back and forth here between two bus platforms. But it might have a name. No, as heating. But if you would stay still, it would help. Okay, it is not. It does not have a name. It is not name having, but it may be line having. Food workers. What that? Food worker. This is the one. This is the bus. Polo, Chevo, Stål. Because it's currently just going between these two towns. Well, between the two bus platforms in the same town. This Polo Chevo is quite wide, considering. Yeah. Goes all the way out to here. I think we have people living. Yes. Doing fantastically at it well as well. Wonderful. Yes, even here. And that is, it's because of this. Yes. They need a little hospital here because they could not walk the hospital up there. It was too far away. Yes. And that's good. I closed down the thing. What is the name now? So it's easy to find. Unless the game crashes or such. Shall try and safeguard a little bit against that at least. Yes, you see, there it finished writing to disk. Or maybe something different. Yeah, anyway. I was even looking at the right device. Yes, I was. Yes, indeed, efficient use of available APIs, as in this is a synchronous write. Go ahead, take. Brilliant, very good. This place is empty of workers. Is it really that bad? Oh, my word. Look at this place. Shemistenai is almost a ghost town. 7,208 people. Yes, it doesn't matter though, because we don't have any wood for this place. Should we maybe get... could we set up some sort of wood auto import for this? Maybe. Could be possible. Is there a factory connection, you think? There it is one. And there's another one. That's unusable, but these two are candidates, certainly, for a road cargo station, but the stock one is so goddamn large. Road cargo station, no, warehouse. A warehouse is what I want. A warehouse. Yes. A warehouse. Warehouse. How is that going to help? Well, yes, it is going to help. Because when the level in the warehouse gets below a certain, we import. That's how we get around the problem of the forest not planting itself. That the loggers can't be bothered to also replant a bit or something. Yes. Okay, so you're going... Yes, a little storage thing, please. A little. small. Excel is open here to calculate the weight of the workers, but they didn't get off the train, so you couldn't do that. Regrettably. Maybe now they gotten off the train, but I don't know. That's we forgot about that, so forget. Anyway, we put this. Is this small? This is very, very small. This is almost too small. How much does it hold? You want a open storage is what you want, because it's for wood open storage. Yes, a small open storage place. What is it? How small is this? The regular, the built-in small open storage. Aggregate livestock. What the hell? Open small distribution office. Ah, it's the first one. Okay. Let's see. Could you please just get in there? No, you don't want to. Okay. Yes, and that's not going to work neither. And there's electrical wiring in the way. Easily rebuilt, and they don't need the electricity right now. Anyway, because yes. Okay. Mod. No. Yes, mod. Storage. Warehouse. We'll go with the stock one. Except that it doesn't have the connections on the right side. Thing they call it. This will do. Like so. Can't build it that. Yes. Very much that. Thank you. And this time I am going to remember to actually hook this back up immediately. Well, I'm going to try and hook it up immediately, but I remembered. That's the important bit. Yes, and then that will take about 100 years to be finished, and then we'll have forgotten about it. How the hell can I still be building on this after this many years? I don't know. It's insane. Yes. I know. Yeah. We play music instead. Yes. Much better. And also, we can continue the hunt for various stray stuck vehicles. The oil refinery is running at a very low rate. That would be because of the lack of workers coming out of Kemisterna. What are we going to do? Yes, this place I remember being rough. Even early on. Now it's lots of stuff going on here. And now it's just ridiculous. Yes. Crops. In June, this should be the absolute low point, 30,000 tons. Sounds like we got a pretty good handle on the situation here. This wouldn't happen to be finished. Yes, it would actually happen to be finished. And I should only need to go and find the bus again, which is now renamed and therefore will be easy to find. Maybe it's this one. Nope. It could have. Is you think it's this one? No. Okay. Let's do it this way. Fine. It's not in here. Yes, it is. Plochevo stål. Close enough. You don't need to get in 100% at both places. Yes, definitely in that direction. That is correct. Steel mill, yes. Here. And right now, that's not a good outlook. There, I got. No, that's correct. That wasn't the line. But this will be connected unless there was a building in the way or some other infrastructure in the way or some other complaint of some kind. There we go. What do you think it is? This a narrow villas in sjön are on fire. Oh no. Yes, I'm glad I turned the fires back, no, down. Back, I don't even remember when I started at. Yeah, TBD2 was started with frequent fires, because then you couldn't change the settings, right? That's the whole reason TBD2 came in. The 2 came into existence there, yes. Before they introduced the settings thing, yes. That's how it was. And the point was, I don't know, the fire was extinguished. That's good. There's one patient being extremely well taken care of here at the hospital. No, it'll all be good. It'll all be good. This, I think. Did we want to tear down the food factory and build a livestock farm instead? Or do you think it's enough? I mean, it's just on. Every now and then there might be a shortage of meat here and there, but things they can do with that actually, and we instead make sure, because both of these are actually working at this for now, but they will be full here in any minute. Oh, this is quite a whole lot more than we actually need in terms of food production. Yes. What is the price of the thing we sell? We are selling it right now. Even bitumen, it's counting upwards. I didn't even notice. I was only looking at the first position here. Yes, but the price on the global market, bitumen, it is. It is not separated. It is difficult then to read out, because it is yes, the numbers I'm trying to read here are like 4 meters away about. Well, the screen is large, yes, but it's still 4 meters or 3.5. Yes, 4. Close 3.5, 4 meters. Doesn't matter, not really, but it's a lot of money. I wonder if it wasn't 150 tons when we made our first export of bitumen on the ship. $150 per ton, that is, when we made the first export. I don't know. How's the nuclear waste situation working? I think this was a quite magnificent system. This Yes, this place gets irradiated, but that's how it is. By the way, speaking of irradiation and such, now that it's been another 20 years or so, 15 at least, maybe even 20. Has radiation died down out here yet? Or will it forever be? I think it will forever be irradiated here. But it's good, because it protects our valuable fuel, nuclear fuel, instead of the nuclear waste, because anyone who approaches here dies quite immediately, I think. This is a bit off the scale. And it is also extremely abrupt. And I think that it is now 3 pixels here between nothing and full. Full, nothing. In between, full. Yes, that's the way it's always been, I think. Maybe in 200 years' time we can move it 3 more pixels or something. I don't know. It ought to be somewhere buried in some file in the save directory. What the radiation level is actually. Well, I suppose it adds up over time. You know, as the waste is standing around, I suppose it adds up. And the more waste and longer time, the more accumulates. As you're working out around here, you know, around this place with all the farms and things, we have a slight problem sometimes with people not being able to drive very well and manage to. Well, since you're not at home, but at least doing hopefully you're at work. I would hope, owner of the car. Working shift, fire station, yes. Come on, you can do better. But I know, since you're at work, I'm not going to take your car away from you this time. And here, this place is, I don't know why we keep this many people around here. We used to build a whole lot of roads out of here. That's why. And we could do it extremely efficiently and quickly. That's why it's all paved out here, you know. Well, it's all paved now, except for certain city streets which have been deemed a bit too painful to upgrade, maybe. I bet there's a mud road somewhere here, dirt track in. Yes, there is this. Yes, there's also this, for example, the connection to the hospital. Yes, but this cannot be upgraded by work and resource. Ambulances it might crash the game. You could apparently drive over it, okay. So far it doesn't seem to be causing any issues, but it will. I'm pretty sure. Most of all, it will not be able to. It means we will not be able to take care of the younger ones. They will regrettably have to be picked up by a different hospital, of course. Anyone coming here for the road? Yes, there's a dumper coming. Only one. I mean, we're going to need more. We're going to pave this. You need asphalt and you need a paver and we need all sorts of things. Damn it, come on. See, that ought to prove something. As soon as I clicked that, two more vehicles immediately got going. Yes, now things are happening. Well, one could do a comparison maybe between the two and see how it's what do we call it? How it stacks up. Huh. Stacks up. Sure indeed. 2147. Is that so? Have you been listen, I was out about this stuff. Yes, we float a bit between the subjects here on the Dr. Plurian channel. You get all sorts of things. It's a mixed bag in many regards. And it's rather bulky too. A bit. Yes. I know. I'm trying the thing with a reasonable introduction, and then it can go on for however long it wants to go on. Yeah, that goes. And it's that, yes, of course, we have stuck snowplows here. And does that mean that we have lost any fire engines? No, not yet. You can go home and you can get the hell out of here, and you ought to. This is good. 170 there and 165 workers there. Very good. No goddamn thing is going to burn down out here, okay? We have had enough. Thank you very much. What about this place? I mean, it's not the same, really, but it's enough, I think. Yes. It's not 300 people, a whole community here having some sort of... I don't know what they would be having, but... What was it again? It was over here. But the people actually ending up working here then. For how long did you travel? 5 hours, 46 minutes. Okay, not too bad. But you have been totally traveling here for 19 hours and 70 minutes. And you're 100% happy. I don't know about this, but it's the only way to reliably supply workers remotely. That I've come up with, it was not my idea, but you know what I mean. I have not been able to come up with anything that works better. It seems that trains need to be coerced or something to take this this track that was built so very, very nicely, unless there is a semaphore there that's flipped the wrong way around. Now that I think I've seen trains travel here every now and then. Yes. So much stuff going on. What the hell is this? Yes, we know how you can come off here and you can go up a little rickety bit here and over the railroad. Yes, and then you can come down here. That's a lot more reasonable gradient. It's still completely unreasonable for a train, but compared to what we had here, it is... yes, it's better. And, well, it is a computer game. It would not be workable or playable if one were to adhere to strict realisms regarding gradients of railroad. However, I think railroad and road and footpath and factory connection and so on all have the same restrictions regarding slope nowadays. Maybe railroad has a slightly different, I don't know why that. I know that you can get in a road basically anywhere if you're just stubborn enough. Too steep, you say? Like so. Can you do the same with the railroad? With the railroad, go in over the same. Okay, so that's a benchmark. Might be steeper further uphill here. I don't know. Yeah, you see, this is not realistic in the slightest. That the road and railroad has the same limits regarding the gradients that it allows. Because, you know, a road can have, in extreme cases, there can be like lots. The railroad, yes, I think I made the point here. It's yes, we'll have it. Why not? Because it serves absolutely no purpose. No. It looks like a little snake out there. Yes, it can be. Sure, indeed. Yes, should we what's the clock on? Including the part, the introduction or the I don't know what the terms would be here. 3.5 hours. I think that's enough. Yeah. Yeah, I rather think so. But I want to go on. Yes, I know. You always want to go on, you can never quit. Should we ever build this railroad? Why? Well, to have a second connection to the NATO people. But there is lots of road and crap in the way. Here's apparently a bit of pipe that has never been built. And it doesn't appear to be necessary or required. Yes, here in the late June, the heating plant is not working that hard. But the brownouts are a thing of the past, are they not? Yes, they are. Anyway. Yes, I wonder what next will break. Do we have anything in? I started some buildings and things, didn't I? For example, over at the steel mill, I changed out the bus platform. Yes, but there was something more. Yes, there was down by the chemical plant. Yes. Down by the chemical plant. We tried to build a warehouse in order to... What is going on here? Yes, aren't you done yet with this? Come on, people, do you have a dumper on the way maybe with some asphalt? Oh, you're going to the asphalt plant to load. And they have, you are there now. Very good. Things will be clear for you soon. Don't worry. Yes, I mean, I think that what we'll do is I'll just let it run and check back in with you for a quick bit, maybe a while later. Cheers for a little bit. Oh, wait a minute. We need one of these two. Pardon me. It is an unfortunate thing that it's the only way I can do it. I have need something to line up on. Yes. See you soon. Yes. Welcome back. Welcome back. It is instant. From your perspective. Wouldn't you know it? The town of Sejov has died again. Is it the 17th time? Perhaps, or something like that. Anyway, it is a frequent occurrence. Regrettably, very regrettably. But I have prepared some citizens here for us. That is extremely much too loud. That's about right. Yes, here for example, from the riches, yes, you get to go to Sejov. Might have heard from older generations that went to Sejov and never came back, but they had good times in between, you know, and so on. Vampyrhouse. Fine. And really here, wait a minute, now the most important house to move people into is this one. That's the one we should have started with, because that will allow people to get to work at the heating plant. That's a little bit important, you know. Så va? Yes, come on, get moving, yes. Mormorsk Shungi lofts. Here there ought to be a few. And this time I'm not quite sure what happened. Actually, something bad, obviously, but from what I could gather, I could find some people somewhere. Their food meter was really low. So for some reason there was an interruption in the food logistics, but they have the exact same food chain as Hansasino, and Hansasino has not suffered any problems. So I don't know what it was this time. Well, never mind, because it will very soon be populated again here. Is what it will be. And was there in more towns maybe that something bad had happened to? What the hell is going on here? Hansasino, you will do fine with that number. You have actually lost a few. But they're doing good. But it used to be like 1600. What happened to... Yes, that's finished. You have firefighters and fire, and it's very good. What about your hospitals? There wouldn't happen to be stuck ambulances. No. It's December then, I suppose. But since we're here and we have lots of people available to move in, why not do a few whilst we're at it here, whilst we can, like so. Yes. There are so many adults living with their parents here over there in Shotahiti, so this is completely reasonable to just do a little bit of... there we go. We need more people in Sejov than we had. Temperature in building is too low. Yes, I would suggest that you get to work out here. Right, like now. Would probably be a good thing. Here you're coming, hopefully. Yes, 30 workers. Because right now I believe it is rather freezing. And they really don't like that at all. They really very much don't like that. One single bit. No degrees. Come on, get going. Yes, you're burning good. Inertia is not insignificant here. But yes, it is. It's not falling out quite yet, but it is working on it here. Residents heat themselves, causing pollution. Okay, so these have built-in heating. Did not know that. Interesting. These do not have built-in heating though. Temperature in building is too low. Yes, just get on the goddamn bus and get into here and get burning the bitumen. You only have like 13,500 tons of it available, so turn it up to the maximum, please. Because this is not good at all. They get sick by the minute here. And very grumpy. Very, very grumpy. And here we go. Now we're starting to... Yes, 14 degrees. There, 11 out here. Yeah, it'll be fine now. No one lives here. We change that, perhaps. Yes. It isn't irradiated anymore, after all. Here, well, it's quite alright to move people in here, I think. You can't work due to sickness, but now you have a reasonable temperature indoors, and it will only get better from here. Except that right now it is getting worse. Your voltage dropped. What's that about? It cannot possibly be that we don't have enough workers at the power plant, because it is we have so many workers. You can see the steam coming off the cooling towers here, the water vapor. Yes, that we have so many workers in here that it cannot be a problem. Come on, can you please be selected? Thank you. Well, okay, it is a problem then. Fine. What the hell? Why is this still a problem? Well, it isn't that big of a problem. No. It is sort of okay-ish. Okay-ish is what it is. Maybe in wintertime the commuting lines break down. They shouldn't. They only go from there to here. I know what it is. I know what it is. Started a new project here. Here we have a new project. This is what it's about. This goddamn thing. Everyone is working here instead of going to the bus platform, which will take them to Oskarshamn nuclear power plant. Damn it. I mean, we're making great progress. This will be a city hall for the southern lake. So apparently there's a... Yes, it's this bit, but these houses are included in it. Yes, they are. And come on, det var jävlar vilken tid det tog. Tack. Yes, I don't know if it's starting to break down or what's going on here. There's too much stuff going on, as usual. It's either too much or not enough, or both, or a combination thereof, or such. This is not looking that great. 85,000. Yes, but it can only get better from here. this year. What happened to Sayov? It's okay. Clothing quality. When yes, it was. Goddammit! It was not only just Sayov that we had this problem in. Now we have more places that needs for repopulating. Bring out this incredibly handy tool and adults living with parents. You don't have that many now. A few. Yes, we can move a few out then. It's not like an enormous amount. Allvaret. Yes. Take one building out of Allvaret. No, this is not good at all. Optimisterna, no, nothing. They died or they left due to poor clothing quality, you know. Katzincha is doing very nice, I'd say. We can take this. This one, and another one, is that this one, maybe? Yeah, I thought to do it. Okay, is that enough, or do you want, should we take more? No, this is enough. Polochevo. As you see, the houses here are not filled. No. That's no good. They need to be filled, otherwise we don't make enough clothes, and then the people here get upset. Then we make even less clothes, and then they get more upset, and then we make no clothes, and then everyone gets very upset indeed. Come on. Yeah. Anyone else? Yes, a few more here. Click, 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 click. Yes, yes. All over the place, all over the place. Yes, yes. It's all good. Allvaret. Yes. And we started out this evening here by taking people out of this town. Out of the villager's house there. That one. And now we're moving people in again. God damn it. But I still stand by my proclamation of winning the game. Or beating the game to such a degree it is possible. And by what definition anyways? There isn't really a definition. It is rather complete, I'd say. I think that the roundabout of death is now again the roundabout of hope and dreams and glory and only good things. It's right here. Absolutely no trains to be seen, which is probably a good thing. I mean, everyone isn't just packing up and leaving. No. Now we're pretty good again. Yes, that was not great. Oh. I don't like this, you know. We lose a lot of people here. Not at all. Hörsjön Allvaret and Molna that's a bit few. It will have to do. It's what it will have to. Is there anything more to do? Yes, there is, actually. Of course, the one who takes more notice than I do noticed that even though I said, yeah, we need an open storage for this, I actually built a warehouse. But that has been fixed, so now we have an open storage instead. Which we will have for wood. Like so. Then we'll take this, there should be a truck here. There is no truck here, it is around somewhere. Such as this one. Really? Why does it have two places to unload? I don't know. What about this one? This is the one you want. Yes. You go here instead with the stuff. There, unload. Instead of going there. Yes. And you are very welcome to come here right now. In fact, it's even encouraged. Very much encouraged, even. Yes, and then the idea is that we'll have this distribution office. Need some tasks. Yes, you keep this loaded with unload wood 30%. Indeed. Map. I see. It's going to be here. Where else would it be? You can load wood from there. Nothing else, please. And yes, because this time the clothing catastrophe was down to the forest being gone, and thereby the production of chemicals ceasing, and thereby the production of fabric ceasing, and thereby the production of clothing could not continue due to lack of fabric. That's quite important when you do. That said, I found. Did I actually subscribe to that one, or did I just think that's a pretty neat factory it ought to be? If that's the case. Sorting complicated stuff. Fires and cooling, a forklift. Custom houses, cargo station, factory. Fishing pier, no. Gulag stone. No, but this one. Polyester and nylon factory with dock. Polyester and nylon factory. So this produces fabric, but it doesn't use any crops. It uses oil and chemicals. It's pretty nice. Pretty neat idea. Yes, it is. Try and play us out on something here. I don't know, continued simulation. I mean, how much can we break the economy? Or will this just continue? How long will this number be before, the game just says no? Stop it. I won't play anymore. You are an insane person. Maybe you're automatically refunded on Steam or something and the game gets removed from inventory. That's when you've beaten the game, I suppose. Oh, you're talking rubbish again. Yeah, I know it happens very often. It does. So, did we plan in any other projects? I think there was one more thing. What was that again? We did replace the heat pumping station down here. Also build a new heat pipe to it, maybe. How did that turn out? There are now 2 heat pipes here. Temperature is pretty good there. There we lose a bit, and here we have lost a bit more, but I think it's enough to keep them warm. Yes, it is. Here we go and have a look, or let's see how they did, if they've gotten the heat up yet or not. I think they have. Come on then, thank you so very much indeed. Yes, I think that they are pretty much on the ball here. It's working fine, no one lives there though, but the temperature is good. No one lives there neither. Did everyone move out before they had time to know? I'm still very unhappy though. come on, don't be grumpy. As I know, it's the winter solstice. It is dark as hell, but it seems that we are on the equator. As the sunlight is the same year round. As I was trying to make a point about that some time ago, I think. That they should have, either longitude or latitude setting, whatever that one is, that goes in that direction. So the solar cycle over the year would be included as well. So here, during the winter solstice, we would have like 20% daylight or so, and 80% night. And of course, the other way during the summer. Depending on where we are, but considering the stable nature of our winters and so on, but also it is very hot during the summer. Very, very hot. Yes, we have the best weather. It's just the way it is. We have the perfect winters, we have the perfect summers, we have spring doesn't really exist. It just gets slightly warmer and the snow melts away suddenly. Autumn does exist, but it's about as warm as it is in summer. Not quite as hot, but it's still quite warm. And then suddenly it gets really cold and it starts snowing. And then it's white for the entire winter. It's lovely. And thank you so very much for watching. I don't know. This is insane. I still think that the 8.3 release is a few weeks off. As far as I understand, things would indicate rumors and such or rumors or rather hints and deductions drawn from those that internal testing has started, and then it can be anything from days to 2 weeks until it is published. For us to joy or cry over or whatever, or be amazed at aeroplanes, maybe, hopefully. I sincerely hope that we can be amazed by the aeroplanes. And and the tourism. Yes, tourism doesn't sound that exciting really, but aeroplanes, aeroplanes are good. I hope that we can use them internally, so that they are not just for bringing in foreign folk for tourism. We might build a tourist area full of stuff for them. Yeah, something like that. Good night.